Well, hey guys, thanks for watching Dusty Duke. We're going to talk about some good information today that's going to help you grow your cleaning business. I got my coffee as always. And we are going to talk about defining your marketing plan. If you don't know me, I've been doing house cleaning for about 14 years now, and I have a passion to help other cleaning companies grow. The truth is, the market that we serve is so big. There's always going to be an opportunity to do house cleaning. So if I can help you grow in your house cleaning business, no matter where you're at, then that's going to be a win for me. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, please feel free to do that. My goal is to come up with 100 different videos this year in 2025 to help you grow your cleaning business. So if you want to be a part of those and stay in the loop, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Um, so there's seven business principles that I talk about on this channel that you've got to implement if you're going to have a successful house cleaning business. I summarized those 7 business principles in another video that you can check out. It does a quick overview of what those principles are. And then what I've been doing is creating a video for each of those principles and just diving deeper into them. So today we're going to talk about the principle of refining your marketing strategy, bettering your marketing. So there's a few different thoughts I have today, and again, this is unscripted. This is, I like to keep it raw and real on this channel, but I did make just a couple of notes when it comes to some of the marketing lessons I've learned. And the truth is, you can't grow your cleaning business if you're not doing some kind of marketing. And marketing can be defined as a few different ways, but basically, if you're not investing in trying to connect with people who need your cleaning services, if that's not something you're constantly doing, then your business is going to grow very slowly. So what I want to do is this is very important, having some kind of marketing strategy. I have 5 different thoughts. They may not be super methodical, but they are based on my experience and failures and successes I've had with marketing. So I'm just gonna be honest and open and share 5 different thoughts that I have when it comes to having a good marketing strategy. And the first principle when it comes to marketing is you've got to reach the right people. You've got to connect with them. You don't want to be the best kept secret in your community. And the big marketing problem that every company has, not just house cleaning businesses, is the problem of, how do we reach those people? Because at the end of the day, you got to get in front of their face. You got to find a way to let them know that, hey, our cleaning company exists. We're here, right? But then the other thing is that you got to find a way to reach the right people. I definitely know what it's like to do a lot of marketing and get a bunch of phone calls for walkthroughs from customers who weren't the right customers. And that's really hard because when you end up with the wrong customers, you're going to have people that they want you to use their products instead of the products that you offer. Maybe for some of you guys, that's not a problem. They want you to charge lower prices. They want you to do all these crazy things like, shampoo their carpets and water their plants. And again, some of you guys, you might be fine with doing those things. I think you need to focus on a few services that you can do really well versus trying to do everything. But you got to figure out a way to reach the right people. Now, if you've clarified your cleaning services, if you've really clarified them, and you've defined the kind of audience, the kind of customer base that you want to serve, you're going to take those two, you're going to put them in your marketing strategy, and it's going to be way easier to reach those kind of people. Now, I made 2 other videos that if you want to check them out, one talks about how to clarify exactly what kind of services you're going to offer. Um, and I also talk about in another video how to define the kind of customer base, the audience that you want to target. Once you've done those two things, you can refine your entire marketing strategy around your services and the people you want to reach. Okay. So you got some homework there that you got to do. You want to make sure you've got those other two things established before you jump into your marketing strategy, because you got to reach the right people. Now, the second thought that I had here is you got to figure out a way to get their attention. Now, you don't want to be manipulative. You don't want to be clickbaity, okay? You don't want to try to trick people into giving you their attention. But the truth is, good marketing knows how to keep people's attention. And that's getting harder to do when people's attention spans are getting shorter, because people are used to, you know, being on their phones and swiping 3-second videos and stuff. So you got to learn how to get people's attention and keep it for a long period of time. So one of the things I try to do, whether I do any kind of online marketing or direct marketing, and I'm going to talk about those two things in a second, is I try to, number one, I make whatever the message is that I'm using, whatever the marketing message is, I try to keep it concise and clear, short, and very, very easy to understand. I don't overcomplicate it. Okay, if I'm doing a Facebook ad, I'm going to say, need a house cleaner who's reasonably priced and will save you, 4 hours of cleaning a week. Give us a call at this number. I keep it super, super short. And depending on where your customers at, because there is kind of a pipeline of where your customers are at. You're going to have people who they need your house cleaning services, but they're not quite ready to purchase from a house cleaning company. You have people who are in the stage of, they know that they need a house cleaning company, and they're kind of curious about what that's about. They might be doing some research online to see what pricing looks like. And then you got people in a different stage where, they're ready to purchase a house cleaning services from someone, and they're in this buying mode. So that's another video that I can create, talking about the different stages in the pipeline that customers go through, and depending on which stage your customers are in, that's going to affect the marketing message you use. So I might create another video to talk more about that, because I think it'd be beneficial. But you want to try to find a way to keep people's attention. Keep your messaging as short as possible, as clear as possible, as easy to understand. Make it less confusing. Use video content, but keep your video content short. If you're going to do any kind of video Facebook ad or YouTube ad or anything like that, keep it as short as possible, 10 to 15 seconds, because people they're not going to watch the whole thing. When someone's watching an ad on their phone, and let's say they're on Facebook and they're watching a video ad, they can see how long the ad's going to be. So if it looks too long, they're not going to watch the whole thing. So keep it short. Keep it 10 to 15 seconds if you're going to do some kind of video ad. And same thing with, if you're handing out brochures or business cards, just keep it simple, because you want to hold people's attention as long as possible. The third thing when it comes to marketing is that what I try to do is I try to, kind of my motto is I want to educate prospects to empower them to buy. Did I say that right? I want to educate and empower prospects to action, to some kind of action. So there's educate and empower. And this kind of integrates with the idea of, depending on where your prospects at in the pipeline, whether they're not ready to buy, whether they're ready to buy, when you're dealing with families who need a house cleaning service, it's a double income family. They've got kids, they've got pets. They're super busy throughout the week. They need a house cleaner. They would really benefit from it. Okay? The parents have back problems. They can't get on their knees and scrub the tub, whatever it is. They need a house cleaner. They just may not realize it yet. So instead of targeting those kinds of people and saying, hey, hire a house cleaner, looking for a house cleaner, let me take care of it for you. You can start with more educational content and work your way up. So you might say something like, and this is where blog content can really come in handy. If you've got a website for your cleaning business, you can have a blog, and you can start with information that talks about 5 ways to reduce stress if you're a busy family, or 5 affordable things to do over the weekend. You're creating educational content that's free for people, that's going to add value to them. One of my favorite things to do is to create like an article that talks about the biggest time consumers in our lives that still are time and energy from family, and how to get back your time. So you can write these articles or hire someone to do the article writing for you, and start with more of an educational base and target your audience that way. So if someone needs a house cleaning service and they just don't know it yet, but they read an article on the five areas that steal your time and energy and how to combat them, okay, you're going to get them to click on that article, watch that 5-minute video. They're going to understand, wow, yeah, cooking really does take a lot of time. Cleaning really does take a lot of time. I didn't realize how much time it's actually zapping from my schedule. And then in that article, you're going to plant this seed that says, oh, by the way, here's another article on 5 benefits of hiring a house cleaner, or why hiring a house cleaner isn't as expensive as you may think it is, right? So you're trying to qualify these people in the top part of your pipeline, and you're trying to educate them, but then you're trying to move them down the pipeline into the empowering stage, and you're trying to help them understand that you're the solution to their problem. And by the way, here's a button to click on scheduling a walkthrough. It's not going to cost you anything, but you can schedule a walkthrough and we can see what it would be, how much it would cost to do a cleaning for your family. So I like to do a lot of education to empowering content, because the goal is to start off with kind of a light, non-salesy, not heavy marketing piece of content, whether that's a blog or a video, and then encourage people to move through that pipeline into more of the buying stage. Okay. And I can make another video on kind of what that looks like in depth, because there's some different cool ideas that you can do. You can use social media or your website to help people go from the educational stage to the empowering stage. Now, the fourth idea that I had as I was thinking about refining your marketing strategy, I'm going to have some coffee real quick. So I'm gonna finish this video by talking about 2 different ways to do marketing, and both of them are effective. It just depends on which option you prefer. So one way is the direct marketing way, and I've done this and it works. Direct marketing can include having business cards and going to a Chamber of Commerce networking event or a business networking chapter in your community, and getting to know realtors and home builders and people, and networking with them and giving out business cards, right? It could include going to sometimes communities, schools will have like a school bazaar where services and products, people can sell those things and have a booth, and you can get exposure that way. You're having direct conversations with people. Um, you can do a lot of referral marketing. You can have some kind of incentive program. Now, some house cleaners don't like to do incentives because they think that it brings the value down of their cleaning services. And some people like to do promotionals where if you refer a friend or family member, they get 25% off their next cleaning or something like that. But you can ask your clients, hey, I know you've benefited from having a house cleaning company come in, and it's been great for you. Do you have anyone, any family, friends, neighbors, coworkers that you could introduce me to that might need a house cleaning service? Now, they may not, right? But anyone that you could introduce me to that might need that, and you can try to get referrals that way. So there's some direct marketing that you can do, some direct conversations that you can have with people. One of my favorite things that I did, and it actually worked pretty well, is we would do what we would call these like cleaning workshops slash parties. It kind of reminded me of like a Pampered Chef party where we would we would have a client and we would say, hey, how would you like to earn free cleaning? Like, we will give you a free hour of cleaning if you host a cleaning workshop at your house and invite all of your neighbors, coworkers, friends, people from church, wherever. They don't have to buy anything. I'm just going to do a presentation on the benefits of house cleaning. We're going to talk about how it reduces stress, gives you more time and energy, and we're going to have some prizes for them. It was very much, it was very similar to like a Pampered Chef Tupperware kind of party. We made it fun, and we would tell our clients, if you host a workshop and if you can get 2 or 3 people, we'll give you a free hour of cleaning that's going to save you $60 or however much. And then for every person that purchases a house cleaning service, we're going to give you another hour of cleaning. So you can structure your incentives however you want to. You can base the incentives off of 25% discounts or free hour of cleaning, however you want to do it. But it was actually a really powerful way to do some direct marketing, because we would have families invite their neighbors and coworkers and friends over to hear me give a kind of a presentation of why I thought house cleaning had so many benefits to it. So you can do that kind of direct marketing. You just have to remember it's going to take energy and effort. If you're going to do a lot of networking at Chamber of Commerce events or networking chapters, it's going to require you getting in your car, driving to those events, meeting a lot of people, connecting, networking. It's gonna take effort. People aren't gonna come to you. You got to go to them. For me, as an introvert, that kind of can feel a little tiring. I'd rather have one-on-one conversations with people. But if you're more extroverted, or you like networking with people, you can go kind of the more direct networking, marketing kind of path. Now, the fifth way, and this is an option that I really like, and it gets a lot of good results. Sorry, my voice is getting kind of dry here, but the fifth idea when it comes to refining your marketing is using online marketing, having an online marketing strategy. Now, this is still going to take some energy and resources, but you can do it from home. You don't have to be driving places and meeting people. And I'm gonna spitfire a few different platforms that we've tested that work well. The first one is doing a Google ad, but specifically a pay per click ad, because you can actually do several different ads through Google. A pay per click ad, or a PPC ad, is basically you create an ad based on a keyword. So, like, I live here in Colorado Springs, so you'd want to base an ad off of the keyword house cleaning services in Colorado Springs. Okay, so that when people in your market are actually looking for a cleaning company, if they type in those keywords into Google, your company is going to come up at the very top. Now you can do pay per click in the search engine results. You can pay to have your company show up in the top results in the Google My Business section. That's where the maps are and the reviews are. You can also do paid ads through Google Verified, I think it's called, and it's kind of like Google's version of Angie's List, where you're a verified company. You go through these certain steps and they make sure that you're an actual legitimate company, and you can pay to have your business there as well. Now, for me personally, I like the pay per click in the search engines results best, because people, when they click that ad, you're only going to pay if they click the ad. So if you go a whole month and no one clicks your ad, you're not going to pay Google anything. So the cost of that click can vary. It depends on how many other cleaning companies are running an ad based on that same keyword. So let's say, the keyword house cleaning services in Colorado Springs. Let's say that's a popular keyword, and all kinds of cleaning companies here in my city are using that. The cost per click is going to be higher. It might be $1 or $1.50 per click. Okay. If you're using a more targeted, more refined keyword like house cleaning services, pet friendly house cleaning services, and maybe that's not as popular, the cost per click might go down to like 50 cents or 75 cents per click. So it's a good idea if you're trying to reach people who are already looking for a house cleaning service. In other words, they're already in the bottom part of the pipeline. They're already shopping. They're in that buyer mindset. And those are the people you're going to attract more through Google Ads. And it's a good way. It's an affordable way to do some online marketing. Now, the second way is that we've also done a lot of Facebook ads. Okay. Now, you can run a Facebook ad. It's a little bit different than a Google ad. A Facebook ad is you're going to pay a set amount of money for a month or a week or however long you decide to run that ad. It's going to run no matter how many people click on it, right? And it's going to show up in people's Facebook feeds when they're scrolling. Typically, if you're targeting a 10-mile radius in your community, and you're doing a graphic ad, maybe it's just a photo, a graphic of someone cleaning a house, and it's got minimal text that says, need a house cleaner, call us today, whatever. If the ad is created good, if it's short, if it's sweet, if it's simple, if it's, concise and clear, typically it's going to cost you around 50 cents to $1 per click on that ad. Okay. Sometimes it can be way less too. Now remember, a Facebook ad is going to run, so Facebook's going to charge you for that ad, whether anyone clicks on it or not. But that average cost per click is going to be probably about 50 cents to $1 if you're just starting out. If you've been doing Facebook ads for a while and you've really honed into your process and you know what works and what doesn't, it's going to be way cheaper, probably 20 cents or less per click. Facebook ads are really good at reaching people in the top part of your pipeline. Because again, people in the top part of your pipeline, they need house cleaning, they just don't realize it. Versus people at the bottom part of your pipeline, who know they need a house cleaner and they're in the buying mode, right? So Facebook ads are good about bringing out awareness. They're good about kind of getting the word out and planting the seed with those people in the top part of your pipeline who may have never heard of you. Now you can also test this out. Okay, make sure it works for you. Do some testing. You can also do a Facebook ad based on a blog article that you've done. So if you wrote a really good article on 5 things that are stealing your time and energy and how to combat them, and you're trying to plant the seed and get awareness and kind of start with the educational piece, you can run a Facebook ad, and you can start with $5, $5 or $10, right? It doesn't have to be expensive, and you can target specific zip codes in your area. You can run it for a few days, and you can drive traffic to your website. And a lot of people who are clicking that article are, they might be willing to visit your website if they're going to read an article that's going to add value to them versus visiting a website that's saying, hey, purchase a house cleaning service. So keep that in mind. You can use Facebook ads, to bring out a lot of awareness to people. So those are just a few thoughts that I have when it comes to, your marketing strategy. And we could drill into this, and probably this video is I'm probably going to create several videos out of this one, just because I feel like this one is such an overview of a lot of different key steps. But at the end of the day, you gotta reach the right people. You gotta know how to keep their attention. You want to learn how to educate and empower people to action. You want to consider, direct marketing, having one-on-one conversations, more personal conversations with people, and then you want to jump into some kind of online marketing. Okay. And you need to be investing in that for the long term. Take a percentage of the money you make from your current house cleaning, save up, okay, but invest in your marketing strategy. Take 10% or 20% out of how much money you make, put it towards Google ads, Facebook ads, business cards, pay to be in a business networking group, whatever that niche of marketing is that works best for you. Make sure you invest into it, because you need to have a pipeline of prospects that you're reaching on a regular basis, okay? Because the more prospects you reach, the more clients that are going to convert into paying clients. And if you're not preparing to reach people through every season, then when those slow seasons hit, it can really disrupt your business. So just make sure, whatever your marketing strategy is, that you're constantly investing in it. If you have any questions about marketing, I know we covered a lot of broad things, and I wish we could have drilled deeper into them. There was just a lot of, content to go over. But if you have any specific questions, put them in the comment section of this video below, and I'll try to make a video to respond to that. Okay, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that so that you don't miss a video that I upload onto this channel. Thank you guys for watching, and I wish you the best of luck as you continue to work on and grow your cleaning business.